We knew the day was coming, but it doesn't make it any easier as a Wolves fan. So Ruben Neves has left Wolves after 6 years. He's gone to Saudi Arabia. You can't begrudge him. Plenty of money being paid for his weekly wage, but this video is a tribute and a reaction to the Ruben Neves news. He joined Wolves back in 2017 from Porto, and I'll be honest, I didn't know too much about him. I knew he'd played in the Champions League and captained Porto in the Champions League, and I knew there was a lot of hype about him, but he came, and my God, was he a genius. That first year in the Championship, you remember his first goal away at Hull? Absolute screamer, and that was just a sign of things to come. A wonderful footballer, great on the ball, great with his feet. And you know what? The best thing about him is, what's the one thing you want as a Wolves fan, or as even a football fan? Effort and commitment. That bloke run his socks off every week. And luckily for us, he had the supreme talent to go with it. Just a genius man, genius footballer for our club. And to see how emotional he got there is just endearing to all Wolves fans. And as he said, he's a Wolf now. He'll be sat in the South Bank one day. His kids have grew up here. Just very, very emotional for us Wolves fans. Some highlights, there's the obvious ones. There's the one I just mentioned, his first goal v Hull. Obviously the goal against Derby. Best goal I've ever seen at Molineux. Control up behind him and then smashes it into the top corner. My one that really competes with that is when we was in the Europa League at home. I think it was to Espanyol. The chest and volley. Unbelievable goal. His goal in the Championship again, away at Sheffield Wednesday. If people remember that one when he controlled it, side footer from long distance into the bottom corner. But his free kicks, obviously his free kick against Cardiff, his free kick against Everton, first home game of the Premier League season under Nuno, and he got the assist that day for Raul Jimenez. And like I say, ended up becoming our captain, a natural leader, a natural fan favourite. He won our Player of the Season a few times, and he deserved it. And we kept him years longer than we expected. I thought we'd have him for the Championship season and maybe 1-2 at push in the Premier League because of his talent, and then he'd move on to a top 6 club. So the fact he stuck around for 6 years is unbelievable for us fans. And yeah, the last time I felt like this was when Nuno left. It's an end of an era, it's sad, and it's an era we'll look back on in 20 years to come. An absolute genius footballer, Ruben Neves. Towards the end of his Wolves career, he'd be very deep. And his free kicks did peter off a bit, I must admit. His free kicks at the beginning were unbelievable. They were his main asset, and his long-range goals. But his last few seasons, I can't remember the last time he scored a free kick. Was it the deflected one away at Villa in that dramatic 3-2 win? Another incredible moment for Ruben Neves, who obviously got that goal. So many moments, so many memories for us Wolves fans to rejoice and talk about. But what an absolute genius. And just from me to Neves, he probably won't ever see this video, but I just want to thank you, Ruben Neves, for representing the Wolves badge with absolute dignity, pride. Yeah, you run out of words to say. Just an absolute perfect captain, absolute perfect footballer to play for your football club. And on top of all that, one of the most talented players I've ever seen. What a legend. Thank you, Neves.
Wolves AOE, your captain, Ruben Neves.